Hey there, good people. My name is Scott, and you are watching Sword and Shield Studio. Right now, we're going to learn how to edit a rough cut together in DaVinci Resolve on the edit page using only your keyboard. That's right, there's no mouse involved in this process. Now, this uses techniques of three-point editing, which I go over in the video linked above. Right, let's get right into it. Okay, so I'm on the media page in DaVinci Resolve now, where I have several clips imported that I want to bring into a timeline for an initial edit. Using the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard, navigate to the first clip that you want to bring into your timeline and hit Enter to make it active. Next, hit Shift 4 on your keyboard to navigate to the edit page. Now, if your inspector and media pool are open on the edit page, this is the only time you'll have to use your mouse. You'll have to use your mouse to close them. So I'm going to do that, exit out of my media pool and my inspector, and then make sure you have dual viewer mode enabled here at the top right as well. Click that. Once you have adjusted your interface, make sure you have your source viewer active. You can tell whether the timeline viewer or the source viewer is active by the color of the text at the top of each viewer. If it's red, it's active. If it's white, it is inactive. So I will press Q, and you'll see at the top of my source viewer, there's red text now indicating that it is active. With your source viewer active, you can scrub through the footage by using J, K, and L on your keyboard. L will play the footage forward, and you can press this multiple times to speed up the playback. K will pause it, and J will play it in reverse. And again, you can hit that multiple times to increase the speed of playback. Using these keys, navigate to the beginning of where you want to cut your clip, and hit I to define an endpoint, and then using J, K, and L, go to where you want your clip to end and hit O to define an out point. Hit F9 on your keyboard to insert this clip that you define into your timeline. Well done. You just edited a clip into your timeline without touching the mouse. So if you want to switch clips in the source viewer, hit Shift 2 to return to the media page, and use the arrow keys again to select the next clip that you want to insert. Say I want clip 4 here. Hit Enter to make it active. Then hit Shift 4 to return to the edit page. And again, hit Q to make sure that your source viewer is the active viewer, defined by the red text. Then use J, K, and L to scrub through the source viewer, and hit I to define the endpoint, and O to define the out point. And hit F9 again to insert that. And once you get used to these shortcuts, this becomes a really quick way to assemble B-roll or cut chronologically shot narration with ease. Again, I could just hit Shift 2 to go back to the media pool, select another clip with Enter, Shift 4 to return to the edit page, Q to make my source viewer active, J, K, and L, find the part where I want the clip to start, hit I for the endpoint, O for the out point where I want it to end, and hit F9. And just like that, we have 3 clips inserted on our timeline without ever touching the mouse. Well, that does it for this tutorial. As you could see, by incorporating a few keyboard shortcuts into your editing workflow, you can quickly gather the best clips from your raw video footage and assemble a rough cut in no time. If you like the information in this video, please consider subscribing, where I upload a video just like this one every week. Don't forget to comment if you have any questions too. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.